So I hope you all have done the rest of the parameters of the row 5, and you could have formed the Y-bus matrix, and this is the Y-bus matrix you could have formed. Now this is the row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the buses: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you see here, this matrix is of a symmetric matrix. So you would have calculated this diagonal elements, and you could have calculated the upper triangular matrix, and those upper triangular matrix are quite same. Okay, it is having a similar term. So the calculation, it looks like a bit the overall feature, if you see here, it looks like a bit complex, but regarding the calculation part, it is very easy comparatively. Okay, so that's why Y-bus matrix is called sparse matrix, because you can find lot of elements are zero here. Okay, that's why the sparse matrix, Y-bus matrix, are very much feasible for the calculation. Okay, so I hope you might have done. I have only asked for the calculation of Y55. So if you have done the Y55 part, it will be known that you have done the calculation by your own. Okay, if you require the calculation of y55, you tell me, I'll do it in the next class, but I want answers from you all. Now what happened suddenly, this is the matrix for the under no fault condition, or under steady state condition. There is so there is no change in the power flow equation. Now the power comes from here, the power comes from here and goes to the circuit, right? It goes to the bus. Now what happens suddenly, that there is a short circuit near to the bus bar number 4. There is a fault near to the bus bar number 4. So this, if the fault occurs near to the bus bar 4, what happens, that the power of electrical power that is coming from P1 will be 0, right? Or generator 1 will be 0, because it will disconnect the whole system. This system goes to the, you have learnt about the power system stability, that if the fault occurs near to the bus bar, the whole of the power goes to 0. Okay, so that happens, but still the power flows. And now who makes the power flows? That is your PE2, generator 2 makes the power flow. So this electrical power of generator 2 does not become 0 because of the short circuit. What happens, that the elements or the rows of 4, this whole elements is 0. Okay, because because of the bus bar, bus number 4 gets to short circuit, the Y bus matrix goes to Y bus elements of that are concerned with your four fourth row and fourth column. All of the elements goes to 0. Now but still we are left with the row number 5. So overall we need to reduce this element to 3 cross 3 matrix, but as you can see that fourth row goes to 0, but still there is one more row or one more column, that is your fifth column, that is still present there, and that does not have any fault. That's a healthy fault. So we'll modify this 5 cross 5 matrix to 3 cross 3 matrix using Cron reduction. Okay, so Cron reduction. So what is this Cron's reduction? Cron reduction, we have done this in the previous numerical, but I haven't named it. But now I am going to name it. we have reduced our 4 cross 4 matrix to 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay. Now here I will change the Cron reduction. I will show you what is Cron reduction. Okay. Cron reduction, according to Cron reduction, if you want to find out the new element, that is jk new, or new element y of y admittance, can be modified like this: jk old minus yjp ypk upon ypp. Okay, I'll tell you how to formulate it, but remember this formula first. So p is the bus number to be eliminated, j and k. J is the row, k is the column of element that you need, that you are finding, that of new element. Okay, now here we have shown that there is a fault occurs at bus number 4 or nearby to the bus number 4. Because of that, the bus elements that are connected to 4 is get reduced or eliminated automatically. So we don't want to find out the eliminated elements. It is automatically eliminated. But what we want to know, what we have to convert a 5 cross 5 matrix to 3 cross 3 matrix. But the problem is we have already reduced one of the matrix element, one of the row element, but we left with another one, that is your fifth one. So we want to eliminate this row. Okay, so p will be 5. Okay, remember this. Bus number 4 is already eliminated by itself, but we want to eliminate bus number 5th. Okay, so that's why P is the bus number to be eliminated. That's the sentence, to be. Okay, fourth, bus number 4 is already eliminated because of the short circuit, but we need to eliminate bus number 5. Okay, now I want to know what is my y11, and that is your new. So y11 new will be y11 old, y11 old. Okay, y11 old, this is your old one, so that is minus j 11.23. okay, minus y j, that is 1 5. Okay, 1 5 y 5 1 divided by y 5 5. Okay, so this is how you will get element number 5. So y15, if you see here, y15 is, if you put the values, minus j 11.23 minus y15, that is j 7.14 multiplied by oh sorry, it's 0 I think. Okay, so y15 is 0. So 0 into 0 divided by y55, you get the element 8.97 minus j 57.29. So that's final element will be minus j 11.23. So this element does not changed. y11 new is similar to y11 old because of this 0 0. Okay, similarly if I want to calculate y22, it's better to calculate the mutual elements. Okay, sorry, self elements, that is beneficial. So if you go for the calculation of y22, what you will do? So just frame out the formula first. Y22 will be y22 new, so that is will be y22 old, okay, minus y25 y52 divided by y55. So y22 old, check for y22 old. Y22 old is minus j 7.14 minus y25. So y25 is j 7.14 multiplied by j 7.14 and divided by y55, that is 8.97 minus j 57.29. So you put the formula, you will get the value that is approximately, I think you calculate it, I think it will be 0.136 minus j 6.27. So y22 will be this. Okay, now so similarly go for the calculation for y33. You have to just replace 22 with 33. Okay, put the replacement and you will get the values y33. So here just the replaced part you will get. I think you put the values of y33, that you will get y33 old. Y33 old is 11.28 minus j 65.47 minus 35. 35 is 35. So 35 is this element. Okay. So 35 and 53 same element square you can go for. So you can put minus 7.03 plus j 41.35 whole square. Okay, same element square. 35 and 53, I think you have got a same element, this thing. Okay, and put 55, that is 87 point minus j 57.29, and that you will get the answer. I think 5.79 minus j 35.62. Okay, so this is how you will calculate the 33. Next is the calculation for y5 y23 or mutual elements. Okay, we'll calculate the mutual elements next. See, for y23 you simply put the Cron's reduction formula 23 new and y23 old minus y25. Now check here one thing, that your row and column is quite different here. Now that is your j and this is your k, so that's jp. Okay, and then your pk, so that is 5 and 3. Okay, and divide by y55. Okay, so put those values there, you will get y23. So y23 is already, I think, y23. So 2 and 3, that is 0. So 0 minus 25, 25 is J 7.14 multiplied by 5 3 5 and 3 5 3 is this one, so multiplied by minus 7.03 plus J 41.35 and divide this by y55, that is 8.97 minus J 57.29. Okay, so do it. You will get the value y23, that is approximately equal to 0. 0. Minus 0.068 plus J 5.166. Okay, so that's the value. You better convert this thing into angular form. I am more concentrated with this part because that will give our PE2. Okay, PE2. Why? I'll tell you. First, you convert this one into angular part. So you'll get 5.166 at an angle 90.75. Okay, so that is your Y23 new. Okay, y23 new. I'll give the reduced reduced 3 cross 3 matrix, but here I have more concentration on this part y23. Why? Because once the fault came into picture, PE1 goes to 0, right? P1 goes to 0 and all the powers are supplied by PE2. All the powers are supplied by PE2. So therefore, your PE2 equation can be find out by our equation that I have already framed out in the previous part. That is your E2 square, or better V2 square. V2 square V2 square Y22, or better write out real part of Y22, that is your G22. Okay, real part. Remember that I am not concentrating on your, so that is G22 V2 square G22 plus V2 V3 Y23 Y23 cos of delta 23 minus theta 23. I have derived this formula in the 2-3 class before. So here if you put the value, because this generator 1 goes to 0, the power will flow from through this bus, because this is the short circuit path. Okay, that's why no power will come in picture. Now G22, if you go for the G22 calculation, I have already calculated the Y22. Okay, so put the values here. I'll do it in the next upcoming slide, and we'll calculate this thing, and then we'll clear out how we have changed it. Okay, I'll write the Y 3 cross 3 matrix also. Okay, so this is the 3 cross 3 matrix you will get after Cron's reduction. Okay, so here most of the parameters we don't require for our calculation of your power, electrical power during the fault, because once the fault occurs, I have already told you that P1 will be 0. Okay, so the rest of the power will be flown from PE2 only. So if I want to find out the PE2 equation, now in the previous part I have written as V2 square. So V2 square is the end, not the terminal voltage of the generator. So I have done a mistake there. It should be the terminal voltage, that is E2. Okay, so I have calculated E2, terminal voltage E2. E2 square G22 minus E2 into E3 Y23 cos of del 23 minus theta 23. So all the mods you have to take, mod of magnitude only we need to find out. Okay, so just put the magnitude. So this is the equation. So you have already calculated E2 in the first video. If you see the lecture, that is of multi-machine stability, I have calculated E2, that was 1.65, 1.065. So this is 1.065, 1.065 square. Now G22, see here the G22, this is your Y22, and it has G22 minus JB22. Okay, so G22 is the real part. So real part is 0.136 minus E2 again 1.065. E3 is 1 because E3 is the infinite bus, so this reference bus will never change, so that is 1 multiplied by Y23. So Y23, go for the calculation for Y23 here, Y23 this one and these two elements are same. Okay, so here that's why I have taken the magnitude part, Y23 magnitude. So it will be 5.16 cos of del 23 can be the angle of, you can put it simply delta, minus theta 23 is the angle of your Y23, that is 90.75. so this is the equation. And if you want to write out the swing equation of the machine, it can be written as d square delta upon dt square, and that is equal to 180 f by h1. Okay, PS minus PE1, PS1 minus PE1. Okay, so PS minus PE1 if you write down, so I think it has been given in the machine system. For machine 1, PE1 is 0, so 180 into F, that is 50, and divided by H1, machine 1 H1 is 11.2 into PS1 if you have to calculate, that is the mechanical power input to the machine. So if you check the data flow, bus data voltage and generation flow chart, there you will find out it was 3.5. Go and check it, 3.5 minus 0. Okay, so you can calculate. Now frequency, it makes if you can take it different also, 60 hertz, so you can put it 60 hertz. Okay, similarly for your power equation for this part, for PS2. Okay, so PS2, the power flow equation will be, or swing equation will be DS2 PS2 P2. So here 180 into F can be 50. H2 is for the machine 2, that is 8. PS2 will be, PS2 it is given 1.85 minus PE2. So PE2 equation you can have here. You can check the PE2 equation from here. Put the values of all the equation and you can have this final equation of your power equation. That is the final motive we want to derive. Now next part, you can have that after the clearance of the fault, what will happen? Clearance of the fault means this line will be disconnected from the system. This line 4 will be disconnected from the system. Then what will happen is that your initial matrix that was formed y45 and y454, the elements will be 0. Put that those elements as 0, recalculate using Cron's matrix. Okay, modify it to 3 cross 3, and then you can find out the power equation for the post fault. Okay, post fault. So do it for your confidence. Till the exam, I will focus on this one only, that during the fault equation, power equation for during fault. Okay, so I have told you how to calculate post fault calculation. This line 4 to 5 will be disconnected. So the elements of 4 5 and y45 and y54 will be 0. Reduce using Cron's matrix to 3 cross 3. You will get the new 3 cross 3. Put this formula again, okay, and then recalculate this. So you do it by yourself, but during post fault, remember that after the fault is cleared, that means this line goes off. Okay, so once this line goes off, the power will still be flowing from generator 1 and from generator 2 through this line. These two are the, so PE2 will not be 0 for post fault, PE1 will not be 0 for post fault, and PE2 will also not be 0. So remember this. Okay, I hope it's get cleared for you. Okay, thank you.